Stu Rockney, Bear Bryant, Bobby Bowden, Bo Schembechler, Tom Osborne. These are all names of college football coaches who have been very promising to their schools for overall bowl games, bowl wins, overall wins, national championships. However, one name that I forgot to mention is Penn State's own Joe Paterno. Through his years at coaching at Penn State, Joe Paterno has not only become a legend not only through Penn State University or the state of Pennsylvania, but through nationwide. And as many coaches look up to him as a role model or a role coach. Despite of what the Bear or Bear Bryant left at Alabama and what Bobby Bowden left at Florida State University, if you look at what Joe Paterno's numbers are, you will understand why I believe that Joe Paterno is undoubtedly the best college football coach in history. Three things I want to look at or I want to talk about is that makes him such a great coach is overall wins, bowl appearances, and how many years he's been coaching at the same school. According to CBS Sports, throughout his career of coaching and only coaching at Penn State, he has become the first major became the first major head college football coach to reach 400 wins, and he gained that milestone on November 6, 2010 by beating Northwestern University from a come-from-behind win to beat them 35-21. According to AL.com, Bear Bryant, who is considered the best in college football, has accumulated only 323 total career wins with three different schools. Compare that, Bear Bryant has, as I said before, Bear Bryant has 323 wins with three different schools. However, Joe Paterno, like I said before, became the first major college football coach to reach 400 wins with one team, with one school. Throughout his 61 years of coaching, either as an assistant head coach, as an assistant coach or a head coach, Joe Paterno has led his team to 36 different bowl appearances, winning 24 of those. Hopefully this year he can make it 37 bowl appearances and make it 25 bowl wins. Bear Bryant has had 25 bowl appearances and winning 15 of those. Don't get me wrong, Bear Bryant was a spectacular coach, but as you can see by the numbers, Joe Paterno has a little bit more wins than he does. The third thing I would like to talk about is just Joe Paterno's overall loyalty that he has to Penn State. As I said before, Joe Paterno has stayed with the same program for 61 years, either as an assistant coach or as a head coach. He's had 61. He has 45 years as a head coach. His loyalty to Penn State University and his players is undoubtedly, I believe, the best in college football. George Paterno, the author of Joe Paterno, the coach from Byzantium, I'm using a direct quote from George Paterno from his book. 1969 was the same year Joe decided to stand up to President Nixon and turn down the Steelers' job. Those decisions added to the 1972 turndown of a $1 million pro contract with the Patriots. This solidified his reputation to such a degree that he began to attract fans nationwide. Joe Paterno has become not only a legend, just as I said before, he became a legend throughout the entire country. If I go up to somebody and ask them, what's the first thing you think about Penn State, as a native of Pennsylvania, I go up and ask somebody, what's the first thing you think about when you think of Penn State? Most of them say, I think of Joe Paterno. Or whenever people ask me, saying, when's Joe Paterno going to retire? I say, he'll never retire. However, if he does, he will be sadly missed. However, I don't believe that Joe Paterno will ever retire. I don't think he even knows when he's going to retire. But as you can see through his overall bowl wins, his bowl appearances, and loyalty to the school, and his overall years at the school, that's why I believe that Joe Paterno is the best in college football history compared to some of the other